Hello, it's Emma coming to you with your tarot and oracle reading of the day. As always, if this found you, please trust that there's a message in here for you. If it doesn't resonate, just leave it behind for the person it's for. Okay, I'm going to grab some quick messages from my own oracle and then we'll get into the tarot and get a bit more information for you. There's a very, very powerful energy circulating the collective who is currently awakening to their spiritual gifts. Specifically with this this solar eclipse in Aries, I've been seeing a lot of pop culture references actually, and one that really stuck out to me was the idea of Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones, who was talking about wanting to break the wheel, breaking the foundations of everything that came before. And I think that this is something that is very, very prevalent to this group, to this collective currently. With the readings I've been doing as well, we've kind of been leading up to this moment. Authenticity on the top, yeah. This is the time to put anything down that does not align with you. It's about kind of seeing yourself for how you are and using that to empower you. We also have the witch wound appearing underneath authenticity, which I think is quite an incredible, these really link together, the witch wound and authenticity. The witch wound is about women who many years ago, who were the healers, who were the artists, the creatives, who were trying to express themselves and speak their voice, share their knowledge. These women were persecuted. They were made to feel it wasn't safe to step into their full feminine energy, channeling the divine feminine. You know, we've persecuted women for that. Okay, so I'm probably speaking to somebody who has struggled with this. This witch wound sticks around for generations. It's in the lineage, and unless it is identified and dealt with, unless the mask is taken off, unless you create a safe space internally, which allows you to heal this wound of hiding away and making yourself small, you will never fully be able to claim and own your authenticity. So we are very much, as I say, with this this Aries eclipse, very fiery energy, very much about smashing everything to smithereens that did not serve us previously. Okay. We also have throat chakra, authenticity and communication. Yes, this is very much about speaking your truth. It's very much about expressing that which you have hidden, and really stepping away from people pleasing, stepping away from the desire to make people comfortable. This may also be something you very much relate to, is feeling like you couldn't truly embody yourself. You couldn't truly embody your power because it triggered those around you. It made people around you uncomfortable. You are a natural, when you are vibrating at such a high frequency and you have such a direct light, you light up people's shadows. You naturally trigger them. This is something that only recently occurred to me. I was having my own reading. I was watching a reading, and my whole life I'd thought, why is it that I seem to just tick people off? You know, I try my best, I put my best foot forward, I'm kind, I'm accepting, and it didn't matter what I did or how I showed up, it would always rub somebody the wrong way. And for the longest time, this really did make me shrink and recoil into the shadows because I didn't understand what it was about me that did this to people, and it made me feel bad. It made me hate myself, if I'm honest. It really did. It made me think I was cursed. But actually, this curse is my greatest gift. You know, I trigger these wounds in people so that they can see themselves better, so that they can see what needs to be addressed and what needs to be healed. The collective I'm talking to are pretty much walking karma, okay? When people come into contact with you, with that initial triggering, they could go two ways. They either embody the ego and they allow that to drive them, and then they react to you in a very negative way, okay? Or you trigger them and it brings them closer to themselves, and they get to know themselves better, and they can grow from that and become better from that. And it's a difficult job to have. It's very bittersweet if this is the position that you are in, because as somebody who is very much running from love, who very much just wants to share and to lift people up, when this is so triggering for people, it can really make you question yourself and question your sanity. You know, what is it about me that does this to people? This is coming out for a reason. I'm speaking to somebody who's dealt with this before. We have a few more cards coming out. Okay, Spirit's here. Spirit's here. These cards that have come out, we were talking about the Aries solar eclipse. Fire energy. This is about breaking the wheel, okay? We also had let them go. So if there is anybody that you are still holding some level of attachment to, who you know is not in alignment with this new life, with this brand new sense of authenticity that you are stepping into by healing the witch wound, by opening and exploring and expressing from the throat chakra what it is that you've always wanted to share, these people need to go. You have to let them go. Let them go with love, with grace, okay, and with gratitude. Because these people who have triggered you, who have not supported you, who made you feel you had to be small, just as you have done for them, they have introduced you to the disowned parts of yourself. And this is how you are healing this throat chakra, this witch wound, and stepping into authenticity. In Aries season, we're breaking the wheel, guys. I love this. This is amazing, incredible, okay? 1212, that's a 3. The 3s have been following me everywhere. 333, everywhere I go. So you may be seeing 1s, 2s, 3s, repeating numbers. Look out for the signs at this time. This is a collective who is very in tune. And I believe the reason that you're in tune is because of all of this deep, deep self-reflection and deep healing that you've done. You've managed to clear out the blocks that have kept you disconnected from the higher self, from source. And this is it. We're at the start line. The gun's about to go off and you're gonna fly. You are going to fly. I'm getting a picture of a man running with blazing flames behind him. This is the energy that we're currently embodying, okay? We are raring to go. We have on the top of the deck, see how far you've come. This very much gives me this idea of standing at the threshold, standing at the door, and looking back on what it is that you are leaving behind. This is a very natural thing to do, okay? As we are passing from one chapter into the next, before you leave, you know, you're always going to want to kind of look back and survey how you got to where you are and what it is that you're leaving behind. And this is okay. This is okay. This is very natural. Do not let this trigger you, but just be willing, as you are looking back, to accept, to integrate, and to let go of anything that comes up that you do not want with you in this new chapter, okay? Because at this time, vibrating at such a high frequency, you have to really use your discernment when it comes to your energy and who you allow within your energy, okay? Because people will try and leech off your energy. If they aren't willing to do the work, if they are unhealed, your light will attract a lot of people who are just looking to get that light in any way, shape or form from an external source, okay? So use your discernment here. But I'm loving this energy. It's very fiery. It's very much to do with taking off the mask, being yourself, finally, and truly stepping into your power. Very divine feminine energy here with the witch wound and with this idea of authenticity, okay? Right, let's get some tarot cards. I mean, we have witch wound, authenticity, throat chakra, authenticity, Aries, fire, let them go. This is the closing of a cycle. This is the breaking of the wheel. It's the tower moment. This is it. Nothing is going to be the same after this. And look at this. We have the 10 of Wands reversed. You've been on a very, very difficult journey. The 10 is a number of completion. And you've been really putting your back into it. You've been really putting your all into this, okay? And the word that's sticking out to me here is release. There is going to be a huge release of this energy, okay? Because you have tapped into something more. You have stepped forward. You have taken the responsibility of healing that which has followed your lineage for likely generations, okay? And at this time, I am speaking to a group of people whose angels, ancestors, guides are rallying around them. There is this very heavy sense of celebration. Yes, a huge sense of celebration. People dancing in a circle around you, you know, because of what it is that you've done, not just for yourself, but for them. And also what it is that you are now able to do going forward that you couldn't have done before, okay? This authenticity, I saw a video the other day and it was talking about the highest frequencies that we can emit. And it wasn't love, it wasn't passion, it wasn't humor, it was authenticity. And this is what the new age is going to be about. It's going to be about this frequency of authenticity, because the age that we are leaving was about the opposite. It was about the masks. It was about making yourself small to fit into the system. But we know that the system is now outdated, and we know that we are ready for this new wave, okay? And you are part of this new wave. Let's get a couple more tarot. What else wants to come out today, please? This special time. What else for the collective? Anything else? Wheel of Fortune. Woo! We love to see the Wheel of Fortune. This is it. This is your time. Things are turning for you. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Swords in reverse. Yes. I love to see this, okay? The hard times are ending. This is very much the closing of a cycle. And it's leading you to stability. Not only within the spiritual self and, you know, mentally, but within the 3D realm as well, because you are facing your North Node, you are on your true path at this time. You are part of the collective who are currently smashing the cycles that they inherited to smithereens. This is also a 10. This is also a 10. That's 3 10s that have come out. Completion. You are at a point of completion, okay? 2 more. 6 of Cups. Yeah, so you may, as you're standing at this threshold, as you are ready to step through this door, you are feeling called to take a look back at how you got to where it is, who has been with you on the way, who has helped you. And there may also be this idea of kind of trying to figure out who was it that gave you your flowers. Who was it that was there for you when you felt like nothing? When you were so far away from this current energy that you are embodying? Who saw you, okay? Which cups would you like to take with you? I feel this is very much the energy that we are in as we are surveying, you know, where we've come from. There is this idea of discernment. Queen of Pentacles, wonderful. Yes, this is a mastery, okay? A mastery of the self. You are very nurturing and practical at this time. Maybe you weren't previously. I suppose when you are kind of working in this energy, it's very difficult to embody this energy. This woman doesn't seem to have many cares, you know? She's very happy, she's very stable. But I feel this is where we're heading towards. This is the energy that we are embodying currently. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, and the Ten of Pentacles as well. This really speaks to me of some kind of wealth transfer. I've been getting a lot of intuitive downloads about this wealth transfer that is going to be happening within the collective. These are people who haven't had the resources to step out, to strive towards their dreams, and this is changing, okay? The universe wishes to support these people that have faced themselves, that have done the work despite the odds, despite everything that they experienced. There is rewards coming in, okay? You have transmuted an insane amount of energy, okay? Insane. This is somebody with a very high spiritual ranking. You're probably an old soul. And this, I'm getting that this is what you have been waiting for. All these lifetimes that you have been here, this is that lifetime that you do the thing that you were always supposed to do. And this is why there is such an air of celebration around you at this point, okay? Because your ancestors are sitting back with the popcorn and they are just loving watching you, okay? Watching you do this for yourself and for them. Is there another one? The Fool. Look at you. You are vibrant. You are a trailblazer. You are somebody who marches to the beat of their own drum. And you're just ready. You are so ready for this new phase. You are so light at this time. Look, he's only got his tiny little bag with him. He's only taking that little thing that he needs. He's completely released all burdens of the past in order to move into this next phase of his journey, okay? This is a 0. So we're starting from scratch. We're breaking the wheel. We're smashing the foundations that were not built on authenticity. And we are rebuilding something that is in line with our highest self as we are facing our North Node, okay? And this is going to lead to some incredible things for you, okay? Because you are so deserving of this. Let's see, is there any more that have managed to... Oh, yeah, we've got one. Temperance. Okay, what popped into my head straight away when I saw this card was a balancing of masculine and feminine energies. There may have been a functioning from a place of the wounded masculine with this card here. Feeling like you had to go after everything, you had to overexert yourself for everything, you had to try really, really hard to get and keep everything that you had, okay? And this really just made you feel like this. You know, you were living in a world that, it was a world of lack. It was a world where nothing was readily available, everything was difficult. And I do believe that this is a paradigm that you inherited, okay, from the people around you who were living within a certain limitation. But as you have integrated and begun to really relish in your feminine energy as well, which is all about receiving, the ability to receive, and being concerned with beauty and love and what lights you on fire. There is a balance of these two energies currently, and this is what's leading to this. You know, your old foundation that was built from this wounded masculine energy is over because there has been a balance, okay? There is a real sense of temperance that you have been fostering. Wonderful. Okay. Let's get one from the Literary Witches Oracle. Love this deck. I absolutely love this deck. And then I'm going to leave it there because I've got things to do. But thank you for joining me. And wow, to be part of this collective that is currently going through this massive wake-up call, it's the highlight of my life. Like, it really is. It's the most special thing I've ever been a part of. And I'm so grateful, you know, to be able to share this with you. And these messages are timeless. So whenever this finds you, it's meant for you. Whatever I'm saying, there is a reflection in you of that, okay? I'm just reflecting back to you. Let's have a couple from this one, please. A couple Oh, okay. Amazing. So we have the wall. This is speaking to me once again of this witch wound, of this idea of needing to hide yourself and hiding your gifts and not speaking your voice, not being authentic. You lived within a very limited space, hidden. From within this wall, you watched the outside world and you were not part of it. We have this cauldron as well. I'm really liking the imagery on this. This gives me that there is parts of the old self that have been put into the cauldron. You see they're reaching out, they're like, no, please. This is the shadow self. You have put those parts of the shadow into the cauldron, mixed them back in, reintegrated that which you truly are. And this is leading to a sense of belonging within the self. A sense of knowing the self, a sense of being home, a homecoming. And you may very much relate to this idea of feeling your whole life like a piece of you was missing. There was just something that was missing and you couldn't put your finger on it. But that is over. You are feeling whole. You are feeling like you have found that missing piece and you didn't need to do all of the things that you expected you would need to do to find that missing piece. You know, perhaps you thought, oh, if I travel, then maybe I'll feel this way. Or if I go and do this, maybe that will make me feel this way. But it was always within. It was always within you, okay? This has been about recognizing your own light. It's been about recognizing that you are part of something so much greater than just yourself. Just your physical self as well. This is a spiritual world, okay? This is a spiritual world. It's a magical spiritual world, and they would have you believe otherwise. But these people, you, who I am talking to, you know this to be true, okay? And because of this, you have found a deep sense of belonging within yourself. And this is allowing you to move into this new chapter where authenticity, where speaking your truth, showing up how you are and believing in what you say is going to be the most important thing to you. You are going to be vibing at the highest frequency. This is the highest frequency, okay? You're an incredible person to do what it is that you are doing at this time, to be breaking this cycle, to be breaking the wheel. Wow, congratulations.